Okay, so in today's video we'll be taking a look at the MSI Maestro 500 wireless. This one here. This is due out on the shelves round about the middle of June 2026, and MSI very kindly sent this over for us to take a look at and give you some of our thoughts on it and let you know whether or not this is going to be suitable for your next gaming purchase. But this isn't just a gaming headset. This is a tri-mode connectivity, so you can use the 3.5mm jack, you can use the internal 2.4 GHz dongle, or alternatively you can use Bluetooth 5.4. So lots of options there, and you can connect it to pretty much any device at all. The only downsides would be for possibly Xbox, you have to plug the 3.5mm jack into your controller, and it only gives you the actual headphones, not the microphone, unfortunately. I think that is a limitation of the actual cable and the way that the Xbox interacts. But otherwise, if you can connect it via Bluetooth, you're absolutely fine. If you want to use it on a PC, you can use the 2.4 GHz dongle, which is neatly integrated, or of course you can use a 3.5mm jack. Now I've tested this on a couple of PCs, also my mobile phone and various other devices, and I've got to say, straight out of the gate, the sound quality on this is excellent. You will really enjoy this, and partially why you'll enjoy this is because it doesn't really matter where you're listening to it, because this actually has integrated noise cancellation, as you'd expect from a modern headset of this generation. So you've got active noise cancellation, you've also got transparency mode, or you can turn it off if you don't want to use it at all. And if that wasn't enough, also the built-in microphone also has its own ANC circuitry, so that it will remove sort of background noises and things. So when you're using the microphone, you can concentrate on your voice rather than your surroundings, which is pretty cool. And for us here, there's often sirens, ambulances, police, all that kind of stuff going. There's a road not very far away and we always hear it, so it's really nice to have that blocked out, as you'll see on some of the recordings a little bit later on. But we're going to go through, do an unboxing of this, show you what you get, tell you what it's all about, and then like I said at the end you can work out whether or not this is going to be suitable for you. So starting off, obviously packaging wise, pretty typical. The only thing I don't like about this is it's got that kind of embossed lettering and logo on it, so actually trying to read the box is almost impossible, as you'll see from some of the B-roll I've shot. But it gives you all the specs on there, and if not, I'll put the specs on the screen for you now. Essentially what this is up to 90 hours of playback time from the 1000 mAh battery, and also you can do a 5-minute quick charge, which will give you around about 6 hours of playback. So if maybe you forget to charge them before you want to go out on your commute, then stick them in the USB-C for a little while, and you should have more than enough for your journey, obviously, as long as you're not going kind of miles and miles or more than 6 hours. So it should be absolutely fine. Also, obviously you get the headset itself. Now these are available in either navy, which is what we've got here, which actually is quite a nice, interesting color, and there's also a black version as well. Also included in the packaging, as we've said, you can connect it via 3.5mm jack plug, so you get one of those nicely braided. And also for charging purposes, there is a USB Type-C to USB Type-C charging cable, which you can use as well. There is also a carry bag, so if you want to transport this around, you can do. There's a nice MSI dual string bag, so you can throw it all in there and put it in your rucksack or whatever you want to do. So that's pretty cool. There's also a little guide telling you how to kind of set it up, and also if you're having problems with no sound or you need to do a reset, you can do that all pretty easily. There's also a European regulatory notice, which is a little bit of a shame because there isn't actually an owner's manual of such. If you do want an owner's manual, you have to head over to the MSI website, which is a little bit unfortunate. I would have liked to have seen a manual telling you exactly what all the buttons do. But having said that, it is very ergonomic and the buttons all kind of make sense once you know exactly what they are. So I think with that said, it's probably a good idea to actually look at the buttons first of all. So starting off on what would be the left-hand side. So in terms of controls, basically everything is on this side. So you have got the flip down microphone to begin with, which is actually pretty cool. So that just flips down and has a rotation as well. You'll see from the recordings later, you will find that the best audio comes from you actually rotating it as well. That gets you a little bit closer to your mouth and does give you what I think is a better sound quality. You can let me know what you think about that later on. I do like the fact that this is kind of quite nicely concealed in there, so if you just want to go out and about, listen to music, maybe on the train, coach, whatever, walking around, you don't have to have a microphone actually sort of sticking out so you look a little bit too geeky. Getting it out of the way is fine. Obviously, if you do need to answer a call, then you can just flip it down, answer a call as you would normally. So yeah, that's really good. In terms of buttons, so you've got a multi-function button on the top here. So this is really good volume wise, up and down, just twist it left and right, whichever you want to do to adjust your volume. And the button is a multi-function button, so you can press and hold it to turn the headset on or off. You can press it once to do play, pause, that kind of stuff, or answer a call. Press it twice, it will fast forward to the next track. Press it 3 times and it will go backwards a track. So yeah, that's pretty useful, I like that. Also, there is the noise cancellation button, so that is on the back there. So actually when you've got it on, just press the button on the back and you can transfer between modes very easily. So you've got the ANC off, ANC on, or ANC transparency mode. And I've got to say, the transparency mode and the noise cancellation do appear to be absolutely excellent, although you don't really have to use them because this is actually an over-ear device and the cushioning and the actual earmuffs are actually really good. They do compress quite tightly to your head, but in a way that you don't actually feel it. They are extremely comfortable, and I think the foam and the design of that, the money they've spent on this, they've spent in the right places. Comfort is certainly one of the plus points of this headset. Otherwise on this, then there's some LED notifications, tell you what's going on for pairing, etc. You've got your USB Type-C connection for charging purposes. There's also the 3.5mm jack, so you can plug that in to use on other devices. Other than that, there's a couple of holes there for the microphones. And this actually has 6 microphones built in, so the noise cancelling does work particularly well. I've enjoyed this a lot. Kath actually went out for the day and I was just testing it around, doing things like I normally do. And even things like boiling a kettle. I was stood right over the kettle waiting for it to boil, and our kettle isn't the quietest, but yeah, I could enjoy my music, and I didn't even know the kettle had finished boiling until I saw the lever flick up on the back. So it does isolate things really well, and also things like your typical noises, drones, fan noises, all that kind of stuff. Very good isolation. I was very impressed with that. So if noise cancellation is something you're looking for in a headset, this is definitely one to look at. Now on the other cup, there is actually no real controls as such, but there is actually a very neat feature, and that is the actual 2.4 GHz dongle. So for connecting to a PC or Mac, or maybe even PlayStation, that sort of thing, you press this little button here, and it lifts up a little bit, and then you can pull this out. So there is your USB Type-C dongle. Plug that into your device, and it just connects seamlessly. And when you're finished with it, it is magnetic, so it just lives in there. And yeah, works very well indeed. Very impressive. I like that. Sometimes dongles can be all kinds of shapes and sizes, so actually having it integrated into the headset, I think is a really nice choice. And going back to the headset, again, very, very comfortable indeed. Lots of adjustment as well, and there's lots of movement on the headband. The headband as well, you can tell this is really nice quality because it isn't one of those kind of clicky plastic things. There's a very nice kind of tension there, so you can just get it absolutely right, and it does hold it in place as well. So that is great. You've also got swivel, 90 degrees of swivel, and also 5 degrees of movement for your ears, just to make sure that it does kind of sit nicely on your head. The only thing I would say as well, part of the cushioning on the actual cups is fantastic, but actually on the headband at the top, it's a little bit on the weak side. I would have liked it to have been a little bit more. However, saying that, in use, I had these on for a good few hours and it didn't become tiring, fatiguing or anything, and it just felt very comfortable indeed. So happy to report on that. So I think that is pretty much it for the headset itself. So again, looking at 90 to 100 hours of playback time from a full charge. Also got a 5-minute fast charge, which will give you about 6 hours of playback. The actual comfort, again, is absolutely great. And I suppose the real thing is going to be the sound quality itself. Now, the sound, I've listened to some TV shows, music, YouTube videos, documentaries, all that kind of stuff, and I got no complaints whatsoever. The 40mm drivers in here seem to do a particularly good job, and they are very powerful. Listening to music and gaming, that sort of stuff, or anything where there's a lot of bass, you really do get the bass come through on these, so the sound quality is excellent. Frequency response is great. The frequency response goes down to 20 Hz up to 40,000, so you get the really deep rumbles, and also you get the highs as well. So yeah, in terms of if you're someone who spends a lot of your time listening to music or watching movies, these are going to be great. Or even if you're just kind of studying and you're watching documentaries or YouTube videos and spoken word, absolutely great. And of course, if you're using this on a PC, with Windows 10 or Windows 11, you can also get a free license to use the Nahimic software, which will actually improve things even more so. And you can tailor some changes, so you've got various options for either a movie mode, a gaming mode, general purpose mode, and also you can make adjustments to the microphone as well. And speaking of the microphone, let's take a listen to the microphone from some recordings I did a little bit earlier on today. Okay, so this is a sound test recording of the MSI Maestro 500 wireless, currently in the 2.4 GHz mode with the dongle attached to my PC, and the microphone is in use. Now, looking at the specs of the microphone, the frequency response of the microphone is 100 Hz to 10,000 Hz, which is a little bit on the kind of, well, a little bit truncated, let's say. I would have liked to have had a wider sound stage, maybe a little bit more bass to it as well, going down to some of those lower frequencies. Down to about 40 Hz, I think would have been ideal to get the true tone of a voice come through. But I think it sounds okay. It's not brilliant. It certainly isn't broadcast quality, but if you're just making telephone calls or you're just playing with your friends online and you're not a professional, I think this is going to be absolutely fine. The one thing I would suggest as well with the microphone, make sure it is actually twisted round towards you to get the best sound. If you twist it the other way, like in the normal position before you put it away, it does sound pretty poor, I think personally. So twisting the microphone round and having it actually point towards your mouth does help with the sensitivity a great deal. I'm currently running this in OBS, and I've got the sensitivity or the kind of level set to 0 dB. So potentially you could boost it a little bit if you wanted to, or again, obviously you could reduce it slightly, but I think this is probably about the right setting. But anyway, there you go. There is a little listen to what the sound is like. We have had some traffic and some sirens and stuff going through, so it'll be interesting to see if those are picked up at all. And also if I click my fingers, is that coming through or is that very obvious that I'm doing it? Be interested to hear. I'll listen back and I'll report back to you a little bit later. Okay, so now we are connected to the Maestro 500 wireless via Bluetooth, and this is through my PC's Bluetooth, so it probably isn't the best, but should be reasonably good. So we've got the microphone in the normal position, and hopefully you can still hear me as clearly as it was before. I know quite often with Bluetooth there is a little bit of a trade-off between quality and also extra interference. So this is likely to be what you would experience if you're using this on your mobile phone to make a call or to, I don't know, use some sort of chat application on your mobile device. Again, I think the microphone, the actual band or the actual frequencies that the microphone picks up is not as wide as I would like. I would certainly love this to be a broadcast quality, but it certainly isn't. But for general purpose, for answering a quick call, maybe a Zoom chat, that sort of thing, for quick use, I think it's going to be absolutely fine. But yeah, I think I would prefer it to be a little bit better. I'm going to listen back to this now and see what it's actually like. Also as well, there are some other things which I want to talk about this headset, which I've been finding out, but we'll talk about that a little bit later on. So there you go, there is a little listen to the microphone. It's very hard to work out which one is better. For me, I found that the Bluetooth mic actually seemed to have a little bit more loudness and certainly more decibels, whereas it didn't sound quite as nice. You do get some of that Bluetooth interference, unfortunately. Well, we get it in here terribly because of there's lots of smart devices, Wi-Fi, etc. So yeah, you have to take all that into consideration. But on the 2.4 GHz, that was completely removed, although it did seem a little bit quieter. I guess that is down to the circuitry kind of doing its job and trying to isolate out noises in the background, rumbles, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I think it's going to be a slightly mixed bag in terms of the microphone. And also I would say the microphone, I would have loved for this to have been almost like broadcast quality. I could have used this to record my YouTube videos. I could probably get away with doing it now, but certainly the audio quality on the mic isn't as good as a dedicated microphone or like a plug-in set that you could buy separately, which is a shame. I'd love to have been able to use these as my kind of voiceover recording headphones, but I don't feel the audio quality is quite good enough for that. However, the actual playback quality is absolutely fantastic, and again, you can tweak that even further in the Nahimic software should you wish to. But yeah, noise cancelling is fantastic, extremely comfortable, and all, I would say, at a pretty reasonable price. Now these are supposed to be going on sale in the UK here for $59.99, middle of June 2026. So I think it's actually a pretty decent price point considering I bought a set which are not Bluetooth, didn't even have wireless, and they were $49.99. So you get a lot more for your money, and also you get the flexibility of being able to use it with multiple devices as well, which is really good. And also they fold up really nicely as well, so if you want to pack them away somewhere, you can do, or if you're just going to be someone who has them on and then when you're not using them, you just put them around your neck sort of thing like that. It's yeah, a little bit more comfortable with that hinging. The hinges as well actually appear, from what I can tell, I haven't taken them all fully apart because that would be somewhat destructive, but it does appear to be pretty much entirely a metal construction for the hinge, so that's good for longevity purposes, and it does snap into place very nicely. So yeah, I think this overall is another win for MSI. A cracking product, very comfortable, great sound quality, and a reasonable price point, as seems to be the case with a lot of MSI things these days. So I think that's going to wrap this one up. I've been Mike, this is Mike's Unboxing Reviews and How To, and hopefully we'll catch you in the very next video. Thanks for watching.